Hey friends, I'm Jebastin. Let me tell you about something that completely blew my mind today. Now, I've always been fascinated by space, those vast stretches of darkness sprinkled with stars. But what I read next felt like something out of science fiction. According to scientists, to absolutely gigantic black holes, each more than 100 times the mass of our sun, had spiraled toward each other in the far reaches of the universe. These cosmic giants didn't just brush past. No, they collided, merged, and became one even more massive black hole. The sheer scale of it is hard to grasp. I mean, a black hole already bends space and time. Now imagine two of them smashing together with unimaginable force. But that wasn't even the most mind-blowing part. Here's where it gets truly wild. This epic event didn't just happen yesterday, or even in the last million years. It happened 10 billion light years away, which means we're seeing, or rather, hearing, it now because that's how long it took for the ripples in spacetime, the gravitational waves, to finally reach Earth. 10 billion years. Think about it, when these two black holes collided, our sun didn't exist. Earth didn't exist. Life as we know it hadn't even begun to imagine itself. And yet here we are, sitting in our homes, riding on trains, walking down city streets, and we're just now catching a whisper of something that ancient, that powerful. A faint echo from the distant past, captured by detectors here on Earth, designed by people like us who dared to wonder. For me, that moment was like the universe gently tapping us on the shoulder, reminding us of its vastness and of our small but miraculous place within it. I couldn't stop thinking about it. I mean, we live our lives in such a hurry, checking the time, chasing goals, running errands. But then, suddenly, you read something like this, and it makes everything pause. You realize we're not just living on a planet, we're part of a living, breathing cosmos that's constantly unfolding, doing things so big and so ancient, we can barely comprehend them. And somehow, through the noise of everyday life, we get to witness it. Isn't that incredible? I couldn't help but ask myself, why do black holes even merge? What makes these distant giants collide in such spectacular fashion? So I began to dig, and what I found was like uncovering the script of the universe itself. You see, black holes are born from massive stars that burn through their lives and collapse into points so dense, not even light can escape. But when two black holes find themselves orbiting each other in the vastness of space, something incredible begins. A gravitational pull that draws them ever closer, spinning in a spiral like celestial dancers locked in an eternal waltz. Over time, their orbits decay, not by touch or pressure, but by the loss of energy through gravitational waves, tiny ripples in spacetime itself. These waves carry away momentum, inching the black holes closer together until, eventually, they meet. And when they do, it's not a quiet union. It's a thunderous, silent burst of energy, powerful enough to shake the very fabric of the universe. They don't explode, they don't vanish. Instead, they become one, a single, more massive black hole, spinning faster than ever, radiating gravitational waves in all directions. Some wonder, does such an event create a new universe? Could it tear the fabric of reality and open a cosmic doorway? The answer, as we know it, is no. But what does happen is just as profound. That newly formed black hole settles down after ringing like a struck bell. And even though we can't see any of this with our own eyes, we can detect it. Thanks to observatories like LIGO, which use laser beams to detect spacetime ripples smaller than the width of a proton, we're actually listening to the universe speak. And as I sat there thinking about this epic event that happened 10 billion light years away, which means it really happened 10 billion years ago, I felt a strange sense of awe. We, on this little blue planet, just heard the echo of something unimaginably old. It was humbling. In the grand scale of time and space, we are but a brief flicker, living, thinking, wondering inside the tiniest frame of a story far bigger than us. And yet, despite how small we are, here we are, aware, curious, and listening. Isn't that something? Imagine this with me for a moment. Let's take the entire 13.8 billion year history of our universe and compress it into a single 24-hour day. One day from midnight to midnight. Now, picture that timeline playing out like a cosmic clock. The Big Bang that happens right at the stroke of midnight. For hours, the universe is a swirling chaos of particles, stars being born, galaxies colliding and evolving. Around 4 a.m., the Milky Way starts forming. And then, for most of the day, stars just shine and die in cycles we'll never witness. Planets spin in silence, the universe expands, light travels. But nothing we would call life, not yet. It's only around 4 p.m., that late in the cosmic day, when Earth finally forms. Life, it's still microscopic at first, just bacteria figuring things out. It isn't until about 10:30 p.m. that dinosaurs stomp onto the scene. And in a blink, just 5 minutes before midnight, they're gone. Wiped out, then comes the moment we've been waiting for. Humans arrive. But not with grand fanfare. Modern humans, people like you and me, don't appear until the last 4 seconds of this entire cosmic day. For seconds, that's all we get in the story of everything. Our individual lives may be a blink inside that blink. And yet, within that blink, we dream big, we fall in love. We create music and art. We laugh, we grieve, we build families. We look up at the stars and wonder about black holes merging 10 billion years ago. We build telescopes to hear whispers from the cosmos. Somehow, in all this brevity, we still find ways to make meaning, and that, I think, is the real miracle. That in the tiniest sliver of time, we're not just surviving, we're asking the big questions. We're reaching beyond ourselves. We're making this blink count. What truly amazes me, and I mean deeply humbles me, is that despite our tiny size, and the blink of an eye moment we occupy in the universe's grand timeline, we've somehow developed the awareness to even ask these questions. Think about that. We're made of atoms forged in dying stars. We're born on a pale blue dot spinning in the vast emptiness of space, and yet here we are, building machines that can detect the gentle tremble of gravitational waves from black holes colliding billions of years ago. Events that happened before Earth was even a thought in the cosmos. It's staggering. We're not just floating through space, we're listening to it. We've gone from staring up at the night sky in wonder to mapping galaxies, decoding light from distant stars, and detecting invisible waves in spacetime. With nothing more than a curious mind and some clever tools, we've reached into the ancient past and caught echoes from a time when not even the sun had formed. And what really stirs me is this idea. We're not just in the universe. We are the universe waking up to itself. Our eyes, our questions, our dreams, they are the universe's way of becoming aware. Through us, it can contemplate its own existence. It can marvel at black holes, wonder about parallel realities, and even ask wild, beautiful questions like, could our universe be inside a black hole? We might never find those answers. We may always be left with mystery. But that doesn't make our wondering less important, it makes it profound. Because asking those questions, even when we know we might never fully understand, is one of the most human things we do. It's proof that we are more than flesh and bone. We're wonder, we're spirit, we're stardust that's learned to think. And in that, my friends, lies something truly extraordinary, a reminder that even in this vast, ancient universe, our curiosity matters. So yes, we're small, just a speck, really on the edge of a galaxy that itself is just one among billions. And yes, we're fleeting, here for what amounts to a heartbeat in the lifetime of the universe. But within that brief breath, something miraculous happens. We are alive. We are aware. We get to experience the warmth of sunlight, the laughter of a friend, the quiet magic of a night sky filled with stars that may have died long ago but still shine for us. And that's what makes this short life so profoundly special. Not the length of it, but what we fill it with. We feel love. We create meaning. We tell stories. We look at the stars not just to map them, but to wonder. We mourn and we celebrate. We build and rebuild. We carry questions in our hearts that no machine can answer. Questions about purpose, about beauty, about what it means to be here at all. Sometimes I think the universe doesn't need us to be big or eternal. Maybe it just needs us to be present, to witness, to reflect. Maybe that's the role we play, not as rulers of space and time, but as tiny sparks of awareness in the great cosmic ocean, flickering just long enough to ask, why, and to whisper, wow. So thank you, truly, for spending this quiet moment of reflection with me. If any of this stirred something in you, if it made you pause or breathe a little deeper, or look up tonight with a different kind of awe, share it with someone you care about. Let's keep this curiosity alive together. I'm Jebastin, and from one tiny blink of stardust to another, stay curious, stay humble, and never, ever stop looking up.